El Fichale. It's official. Emily in Paris has been renewed for a 5th season. This has to be one of the fastest renewals in Netflix's history. What makes this so impressive is the fact that the season was split into 2 parts. Yet they gave the green light for another season based on early data, mainly from the first half of Season 4. Season 4 Part 1 was released a month ago, and Season 4 Part 2 only just dropped last week Thursday. And within 4 days the show has already received a renewal. I guess it was a no-brainer considering the show's success. Emily in Paris Season 4 ranked number 1 on the Netflix Global Top 10 when it premiered in August. It also had 19.9 million views in its first 4 days, reaching the top 10 in 93 countries, and has remained on the list for 4 consecutive weeks since. Based on that data, it makes complete sense to renew the show for a 5th season. The show's lead actress, Lily Collins, first broke the news during an interview on Good Morning America. The actress made an appearance on the morning news show to kick off the Emily in Paris week, a series of interviews where members of the cast would appear throughout the week to discuss the Netflix show. Collins talked about Season 4 Part 2 and also shared some behind-the-scenes tidbits. For anyone who wants to watch the full segment, I'll link the interview in the description below. To coincide with the announcement, Netflix posted a reel on Instagram featuring the actress saying, "There's no place like Rome." That was accompanied by a post with the caption, "It's official. Emily in Paris is coming back for Season 5. I love that the backdrop is Rome and Collins is enjoying an espresso. It's a nice little nod to where the show concluded in Season 4. When the show returns for Season 5, it will pick up in Rome as opposed to Paris, which has been the show's main setting for the past 4 seasons. Having Emily relocate from Paris to Rome was a surprising change that helped to rejuvenate the show as a whole. In an interview with Netflix's Tudum, Emily in Paris creator and showrunner Darren Star shared his opinion on the show's renewal and more. Here's what he had to say. "We're thrilled with the incredible response to this season of Emily in Paris, and excited to return for a 5th to continue Emily's adventures in Rome and Paris. Emily's going to have a presence in Rome," says Star. "It doesn't mean she's not going to be in Paris, but she's going to have a presence in Rome." Sending Emily to Italy to open up a new office was born out of Star's desire to stay ahead of the audience and take them to unexpected places. And proof, the show has the ability to have a bigger footprint. From his statement, Star confirmed that Paris will still be an integral part of the show, as it should be. Without Paris, the show would lose a major part of its appeal. The location and characters we've come to love from the setting will continue to be relevant even with Rome being the new locale for Emily's adventures. The show will find a way to give us a balance between the 2 places. They can't just abandon Paris for Rome without resolving some of the previous season's plot threads. No matter how enticing Rome might be, the show wouldn't be the same without any of the characters we've met up to this point. I know I'm still invested in seeing more of Sylvie and her relationship with her husband Laurent and her stepdaughter Genevieve. Speaking of the latter character, she will definitely play a bigger role in the upcoming season as she reveals her true colors. Let's not forget Luke and Julian, Emily's underrated co-workers. They both received a huge blow when they lost out on a job opportunity to Emily. I'm sure we'll see the ramifications of that play out in the next season. Don't even get me started on Camille. Her character is going to find herself in an interesting place when she tries to adopt a child. There's also Mindy, who'll be returning home to Shanghai for a period of time before joining her bestie in Rome. She has a lot to deal with in terms of reconnecting with her family and also admitting she has feelings for her ex-boyfriend and bandmate Benoit. That's just a fraction of the show's cast, who will continue to have a presence in the show going forward. As much as I love this show, I felt that Emily's story arc was starting to become a bit predictable. Then they introduced a new love interest to open up the doors for new possibilities. Marcello, played by Eugenio Francescani, was a breath of fresh air for the long-running series. He charmed Emily, and even long-time fans who had their allegiances to the characters are the romantic parents. He gave Gabriel, played by Lucas Bravo, and Alfie, played by Lucien Laviscount, a run for their money. There was just something about the Italian businessman that resonated with viewers. I'm curious to know something. If you love Marcello, why exactly did the character appeal to you? Let me know in the comment section below. In an interview with Tudum, Lily Collins shared enthusiasm over the future of her character's relationship with Marcello. Here's what she had to say. "Marcello is a whole other adventure that we want for Emily, because we ultimately want Emily to be able to have a better work/life balance." She says, "We want to have Emily to be able to smile without condition. We want to see her beyond her vacay mode, and he comes at that perfect time." Even Darren Star gave a promising response in regards to the pair's relationship. Here's what he had to say. "I feel like they have a real spark and a real connection, and a real romantic connection. A lot of that's going to continue to play out next season. I love that both the lead star and the show's creator invested in Marcello and Emily's relationship. It's something that will make shippers happy for the time being. I just hope they don't squander the relationship between Emily and Marcello, just to have her return to Gabriel. But it's likely that might happen anyways, given how much the show seems invested in the two as a couple. No matter who they introduce as Emily's new love interest, the two have always rekindled their romance. Maybe the show will surprise us and avoid rehashing the same old predictable scenario. Only time will tell. Solo el tempo lo dirá. I know that I'll be rooting for Marcello and Emily to come out on top no matter what. It's interesting that Netflix renewed the show for one season, instead of two like they did last time. Which begs the question, is season 5 the end of the show? No one has confirmed if the upcoming season will be the show's last, but I have a feeling it might be, given how things are progressing with Emily's story arc. This is a show that can easily run for 6 to 7 seasons, if the streamer is willing to commit to it long term. It's one of the few Netflix originals that has lasted beyond 3 seasons, which is usually the capping off point for most of the streamer shows. Hopefully we'll learn sooner rather than later if this is the closing chapter for the series, or just another chapter that will continue the show for the foreseeable future. I really hope it's the latter, because I absolutely love this show. It's one of my favorite shows on Netflix. We won't know for sure until the show returns later next year, and whenever they decide to release more information surrounding the upcoming season. Going by the show's release schedule over the past 4 years, it seems likely that season 5 will premiere around this time next year, or in fall of 2025. That all depends on how soon they start shooting the upcoming season. It's unknown if scripts are complete and when they will begin pre-production, because of that and the lead star's commitment to another project. It looks like filming will begin next year. Lily Collins is going to be preoccupied with a stage debut in London's West End. The actress is set to star in Barcelona, an upcoming play written by Bess Wall and directed by Lynette Linton. Collins will play Irene, one of 2 lead roles alongside a co-star Vero Monte, who will play her lover Manuel. The production, which is centered on the 2 characters, will run for 12 weeks at the Duke of York's Theatre in London. The play will start on Monday the 21st of October 2024 and conclude on Saturday the 11th of January 2025. That's 3 months of the actress's time already booked up. Over the past 5 years, Collins has committed a lot of her time to working on Emily in Paris, which has packed up her work schedule. Thankfully, it hasn't prevented the actress from doing other jobs outside of the show, but it has affected what she can prioritize without clashing with the show's filming schedule. It's great watching her play Emily, but there are other entertaining projects from the actress that's worth a watch. I love seeing Collins acting no matter the project. She's always a treat to see whenever she pops up on screen. While she has starred in a number of projects across film and television, this is the first time she'll get to work in a theatre production. It's nice to see her getting a chance to do something that's different for a change. She's finally getting to live out her childhood dream of performing in the West End. If that happens to impact her filming for Emily in Paris season 5, I'm more than happy to wait a bit longer. She deserves time away from the show to do whatever excites her as an actress. I'm sure filming will commence sometime in spring or summer of next year, once Collins wraps up her stint in the West End. Until then, let's just be happy that the show is renewed. We can look forward to seeing more from Emily and the wider cast of characters whenever they return in the coming future. Finally, I just want to say congratulations to the amazing cast and everyone who contributed towards making the show, and to the fans all over the world who continue to support the show. We did it. L'abbiamo fatto. So what are your thoughts on Emily in Paris getting an early renewal? Let me know in the comments down below. Anyways folks, that's all for now. Thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed the show. Please feel free to subscribe, like, and comment below. And hey, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea. And that's okay. Just remember to take care and stay safe.